Something that I am asked about a lot, okay, as an intuitive mentor, as someone who teaches people how to open, activate their spiritual gifts, their own unique gifts, okay, and their intuitive abilities, connect to their intuition, etc., etc., etc. So one thing I'm always asked a lot is how to discern between ego and intuition, fear and intuition. And this is actually quite simple. However, there are some things that come with this that I'll get into, okay, that kind of bring this all full circle, okay? By the way, for those who do not know me, I'm Felicity from Enchanted by Soul. I'm an intuitive tarot reader, an intuitive mentor, as I just mentioned. And I'm all about the grounded spiritual path. If you're interested to check out how you can work with me, just check the description box below. Okay, so how to discern between intuition and fear/ego. Remembering too, I want to start quickly with this, okay? The ego is not something to be demonized, okay? It's not something to be like, it's so bad. The human ego is actually needed, okay? It plays its part that is needed. The only time that we get in trouble with the ego, the human mind, is when we allow our ego to make our decisions for us, okay? That we move in life and make choices and decisions in life through our ego and not through our intuition and the wisdom of our soul. That's where we can get in trouble. So the ego should be in the back seat, okay? And the soul, intuition, front seat, driving that wheel, okay? Driving the car. So how to discern? First things first. Your intuition will never, ever, ever feel like fear. It can definitely bring about a kind of energy because it's pushing you through an upper limit sometimes, right? Pushing you past your upper limit, which means that we're getting to the edge, like literally the edge of our comfort zone, and we need to push through. And that can be really difficult. But when we need to push through, we have multiple options on how we choose to do that. And that's where it's important to use discernment, which is something really important to learn, and where we make that choice and decision from our intuition, okay, and using our discernment. So it'll never feel like fear, okay? For me personally, when I experience it's coming from a place of fear and it's not coming intuition, I experience it here, right? I get the anxiety, I get overwhelmed, like my heart starts to beat fast, I might be like breathing like faster, like like that kind of stuff, whatever it is, right? Sometimes you can feel an energy of paranoia, like, oh my God, like it's like, you know, like anticipating something really bad's to happen. That's your ego and your fear talking that is trying to keep you safe. Trying to keep you in your comfort zone, to keep you safe, to keep you in the familiar, okay? And not the uncertainty, because the uncertainty can be, you know, it can be scary, but it's also exciting and where all the magic happens, right? When we step out of our comfort zone and go through past our upper limit. So it'll never feel like fear. What it will feel like is a really neutral energy. It's not heightened excitement. It's not fear. It's not anxiety. It's not paranoia. Okay, it's not like really energy that's up here. It's neutral. So even when I get a no, like, no, this is not for you, it's neutral. It's like just a no. And it feels like truth through my entire body. And then when it's a yes, it's exactly the same. It feels exactly the same. Where I tend to feel that is just above my navel, but everyone's different. So learn that, okay? Tap into that. So when you listen to your intuition, you know it's your intuition, okay? Where are you feeling it? And what does it feel like? Does it feel neutral? Okay? And if you know that you're coming from a space of fear, where are you feeling it? What does it feel like? Getting into the body of how it feels is really, really important because our bodies hold so much wisdom and we should really start to listen to our body, okay? Our body is talking to us all the time. Our energy is talking to us all the time. So that's how you learn the intuition, okay? If you struggle with your intuition and listening to it and hearing it, then the best thing that I can say to you is that you need to connect to yourself more. When we know ourselves to the core, when we work through some shadows, okay? Work through past stuff, do some healing. We become really close to ourselves and we get to know who we are to the core. And then we become, which therefore makes us really connected to our body. And then this is where we are very connected to our intuition. So it's not an overnight process on really strengthening your intuition. It takes time. It's like going to the gym and you want to build muscle or get really fit and then run a marathon. You're not going to do it in one session. I mean, I wish it was like that, but it's not reality, right? It's the same with the intuition. So you need to work on it like it's a muscle. Now, as I spoke about with fear and like how that is, and I explained how I feel it, again, it will always feel like major fear. And if you're unsure and you feel really conflicted, like, well, is it like my ego talking or is it my intuition talking? But it is coming with a little bit of human fear because it's going to require me to go past my upper limit, like I said before, your comfort zone. So if you're unsure between those two, then don't make a decision yet, okay? Ground yourself into your energy. My favorite way to do that is just to give myself some space and to kind of detach from it. Sit underneath a tree for 10, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. I mean, sometimes I feel like that, but everyone's different. And that brings me back into my body, and that's where it clears my mind and where I can hear, the wisdom. Getting yourself a massage, acupuncture, it brings you back into your body. Doing yoga brings you back into your body. Meditation in all forms brings you back into your body, okay? Art, dancing, whatever it is. And then what I like to do is I just detach from the decision that I'm trying to make. And I ask my guides, I say, show me the next step. Can I please have clarity around if this is intuition saying like yes, and there's just a little bit of fear with it, which is normal, or is this like my ego talking and I'm gonna make a decision out of fear, whether I don't do it or whether I think that, oh, like I have to do this, or like, oh yeah, I really want to do that, when your soul's like, no girl, or no boy, like don't go down that path, right? So that's how I discern. Everyone's going to have their own process, and every person who teaches this is going to have a different opinion. And so some people I know have a very kind of similar process and understanding and teaching on it, and others have different. And so there's no right or wrong. It's just what works best for you. But if you struggle listening to intuition, again, get to know yourself to the core. Get into your body. Become connected to your body. If you struggle with your intuition, that means you're disconnected from your body. It's exactly what it means, okay? And so getting really connected to who you are and getting connected to your body, feeling into your body, and asking yourself, when you strengthen your intuition, you could get up in the morning and be like, okay, I normally have a coffee, but let me just go in and ask my body, okay, what is it that I really need this morning? And if your body's like, you know what, you need some hot water and fresh lemon in there, or you need a green juice, or you need a tea, or yeah, sure, it's cool to have coffee this morning. Then like listen to that. So it's like making small decisions to begin with, helping you strengthen the intuition. And then with time, you're going to be able to really make the big life decisions. I make huge life decisions through my intuition only. And there are times I've gone against it. Okay, I'm not perfect, and I've had my ass kicked, and I had to learn the hard way. But that's how we learn too. So that also plays an important part. So we shouldn't shame ourselves for that, okay? If we go down a path that our intuition was like, no, but we ignored it. Another thing is that I will make big life decisions sometimes from a really neutral space. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then cool, don't really think about it again. And then other times it's like, I know I need to do that, but holy shit, that is scary, because that's going to throw me into the unknown. That's going to push me past my upper limit. That's going to ask a lot of me. That's going to require me to do a lot of shadow work. That's going to require me to step out and put myself out there. That's going to require me to speak my needs. That's going to require me to all that stuff, right? And so it creates fear and overwhelm. So then I have my spiritual practices that bring me back into my body. And then I just go, okay, I don't have to jump fully into it right now, but let me take the first step. And then I listen. What is my first step? And sometimes I'll ask Spirit if I don't know what that step is, and I'll say, show me the next step, and I'll take it. Show me the way and I'll walk it, as well. So that's something that you can do too, okay? Know that your spirit team's there. You can ask them and they will show you in many different ways. I hear the guidance. Sometimes I see it in my dreams. Sometimes it comes through in symbolism. And it's different for everyone. So learn that for you as well, okay? There's no right or wrong way in how you receive it. So that's how you discern. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful, if you learned something from this, what your takeaway is, if you try some of the things that I spoke about and how it worked for you. Also, I'd love to hear if, like, you know, how you discern from like intuition and ego. By all means, share it below because it helps others, okay? We teach each other through sharing. And if you struggle with your intuition, etc., feel free to drop that in too, and might be able to add in a couple of extra tips there when I remember them, because I'm recording right now, so I'm just like getting a few coming through, but there's always more to share. Okay, beautiful souls, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.